Hey guys, what's going on? Flavored Favors here, and welcome back to Life Talk Fridays. As you can see, quite a lot more has been added to this area here, and that's solely because I've got a new mic and I've been a lot of the issues with it and trying to get it to record properly and get all the right settings. So I've had a lot of takes and a lot of fuck ups and all sorts of other things. But without a further delay, we're gonna get started here with today's topic, which is going to be things people say and how they actually affect us. As always, we're going to get started with a bit of a life story here, and it's going to go all the way back to our favorite point in time here, elementary school. Now, grade 6, 7, 8, the guys in my classmates decided that I was actually gay, and their best route of operation was to let me know. In fact, they did. They told me on a fairly regular basis that I was, and it got to a point at one point in time that I actually decided to start questioning my sexuality. It wasn't a lot of fun. It was a confusing time, and it was something that I had to work my way through. I wouldn't change it now, but it wasn't something that I wish anyone else to go through. It made me stronger as a person, but it was a terrible way to go through it. As well, in high school, in my first couple of years there, I wasn't always the best looking guy. I was a little heavy set and wasn't the best at physical education, but I did my best. I participated and I got my good grades, and I kept working away. However, I was called fat for quite a few years, and it was something I also dealt with. Not a lot of fun, and it was something to deal with. I'm going to get to my later years in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys a question. Now, with whatever you guys think is wrong with you, and I know everyone does, everyone's insecure about something, would you be insecure about it if someone never told you about it? So, how about that, that weird way your ear sticks out? If no one ever told you about it, or you never read about it in a magazine, and never wrote it in an article online, or it never came up on the news, or any other thing, would it be something that bothered you? Something that made you lose sleep at night? Something that you wondered if other people, thought about you, or something that you would deal with on a daily basis like you do today? I can tell you the answer to that question is absolutely not. And if you're like, well, you don't know that, Flavored, I'm pretty fucking ugly, or I'm pretty stupid, I'm pretty fat, I think it'd be something I dealt with. What about babies? Babies don't know haven't developed the ability to communicate with us yet, and therefore they aren't told that, there's things wrong with them. They may not be the cutest baby or the smartest baby or whatever else, but they don't have the ability to understand the negative aspects that people push upon one another, and for it, they're not that insecure. Babies are kind of like honey badgers in a way where they just don't give a shit, and it's not going to matter what you say or do to them. So they're just going to continue to eat, sleep, and poop, because that's what they're good at. So with that being said, I guess the next step is, well, now that you know that you're not alone, what kind of stuff can you do about it? Well, first of all, we're going to go back, as always, to your friends. Your friends, the people who are always going to be there for you, no matter what. That's why you pick them, that's why they're your friends, right? So you can go to your friends, you go hang out, and that's what I did. I found a group of friends in my later years in high school. I joined the group, and we were kind of outcasts, because, people didn't think very nice things about us, but we didn't really care. And we, spoke our mind, and that scared a lot of people, because when you get down to it, bullies are just as insecure as you or I. The only difference is that they've come across this way of dealing with it, whether it be through a sibling, they saw it on TV, a movie, maybe a parental figure has pushed something like this on them, and this is how they deal with those things. It's not right in any way, shape, or form, but, it's what they've learned and it's what they're good at, so they stick with it. Now, when they do this, they make you feel uncomfortable, and they make you question the life or, what you're going through right now. And it makes them feel better because they realize that, well, somebody else is pretty fucked up. I'm glad I'm not them. You know what? I must have my shit together. And that's what gives them the confidence to do those kinds of things. And it's not right, but it's something we're going to have to live with, and something that's not going to change anytime soon. So that begs the question then, well, what can we do about bullies? Well, actually, you can support them. If they ever get to a point, you can show that it doesn't bother you, because when they realize it doesn't bother you, and I know your parents have probably told that to you since you were a kid, that once it's not entertaining for them anymore, they won't want to do it. Well, that's half right. The half being that they're right that they won't bug you anymore, but it's not because you're not entertaining to them anymore. It's because now all of a sudden, if you remember the earlier reason that Well, they picked on you and to make you look bad so that they felt better about themselves. Well, all of a sudden with all this added pressure, you don't feel bad anymore. And then it makes them to start to question their own thoughts, their own feelings, and their own emotional state. And they realize they don't have it all together. And they're gonna, get to a place that they don't want to be. And either they're gonna strike out or they're gonna, curl up into a ball. Most bullies strike out because that's the way that they've been dealing with things for so long. But they're actually really just looking for someone, and everyone's going through the same thing you're going through. You may not be dealing with it the right way, but we're here to support you. I know it's hard to do, especially with someone being that negative, but it's something that we can try. As well, if you can't talk to your friends, you can always talk to your parents. I know parents aren't always the best to talk to because sometimes they're goofy and they embarrass us and everything else, but my mom and I had a conversation about this when I was growing up, and she said that when she was in high school, the way she got through it was with her best friend. She just found one really good friend, and they supported each other through everything that happened, and that's, was really powerful, and it really helped her get through. So you guys have your friends, you have your parents. If no one else, you guys have me. Come hang out with me and my friends. I always love to talk, and I have talked to quite a few people actually since this series was started. Now on the topic of my series, actually, I'm gonna leave what people say about us there for a little bit. I want to say a couple things. First of all, being that thank you guys so much for supporting the self-harm episode. A lot of my personal and close friends that watch this stuff were like, you know what, I know you want to hear my opinion on your video, but I have some people I have to go share this video with because it's going to help them out. And quite a few people I know got this video sent to them by their friends. And if you're here hanging out on the next Light Talk Fridays, well, A, welcome to one of the best communities I've ever had the honor to be a part of. And B, you have one awesome friend who really cares about you and is probably ready to talk whenever you want to talk to them. And that's pretty fucking awesome. I'm just glad that this channel is growing because that's what it's about. It's about helping out as many people as we can. So I want to urge you guys to share these videos with your friends, the people that you know, need who you are. I guarantee there's someone out there who's in a similar situation you were, or a worse situation, or a situation we've already covered. Some of the people I thought were the most put together people I've ever met, turns out weren't that put together. And when we had some conversations with friends that I knew, and I learned quite a few things. I actually cried a couple nights and was up thinking about all sorts of stories and things that people are going through, and if there was a way I could help. And I realized I just got to keep making these videos and keep putting them out and keep being there for you guys, because that's one of the best things I can do for you, that I think. I'm not going to stop making these videos. I'm going to keep putting them out, covering all the topics you guys need me to cover, sharing as many life stories as I can. I'll get as many friends as I can in here to help keep this growing, and I'm so glad you guys could come and be a part of this. So go ahead, share this with your friends, guys, with as many people as you can. It's really, really good. It's really, really helpful to the channel, and it making it grow adds more people that you can talk to, more people, more stories, more experiences, and that's incredibly powerful, like in ways that you can't even understand. It's ridiculous and just amazing overall. So thank you guys so much for helping out and being a part of this. It's just phenomenal. As well, to the people who decided that they wanted to share their life stories with me, I want to thank you so much for being that open and that honest with me. Some of the things I learned were amazing, and I wish I could do more than just offer simple pieces of advice to most of you, but that's all I could really do. But I'm always going to be here to talk to you guys about whatever you want to talk about. I'm always open, always, like, if I'm ever free, that's what I'm here for. Just talk to you guys, hang out, have a good time. So please share these videos. But other than that, guys, when it comes down to it, the things people say, they don't mean anything. You guys are all amazing, all beautiful, and all unique, and I just want you guys to remember that Creamy and I both love you. And that mural that Creamy made not too long ago is still over here, and it's still promoting, and it's still shining, and will be shining for a long time, to let you guys know that from the bottoms of our hearts, both of us really do love you guys, and we're going to be here for you for a long time. But one last thing before I go here, I had an idea. I noticed the other day that a torch gives out a certain amount of blocks of light, and when multiplied, it makes it a bigger spread. So I started a little altar over here on the other side of the world in the desert, and for every subscriber I get, I'm going to put a torch, a little light, a light that we will shine together in this world. And one after another, for every subscriber, I'm going to add one torch. All the torches down there, 294, one for each subscriber, as we share our light through this dark world, and we brighten it up a little bit, because that's what we're all about. So I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this community and a part of the light. other than that, guys, my name is Flavored Favors. So glad you could be here and join me for this growing and adventure, and good time to be had with all. And as always, guys, you're all beautiful and amazing, unique, smart, intelligent, and I hope to see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.